Woohoo! Something exciting is happening in the crypto space for us investors again, folks. Today, we're going to be diving into how Jack Dorsey is threatening to kill Web 3 with Web 5. But what is Web 3? And what is Web 5? And how will Web 5 threaten Web 3? Well, watch until the very end of this video to know all about Jack Dorsey and Web 5. Before we dive into this exciting update, hello again, fellow crypto investors. Matty here from Crypto Nights, here to always spread awareness on everything crypto and all the updates in the crypto space. Whatever we share in today's video, like all the other videos, is not financial advice. It's just another chap who's mad about crypto sharing my experience to spread awareness and education on it. And hey, if you enjoy the content that we share here on Crypto Night, please make sure to subscribe below, like the video, and share your comments. This is going to help us to grow our Crypto Nights community and, of course, will help us here on this channel to share more information on everything crypto. So without further ado, let's dive in. Yes, Web 3 threatened by Web 5. But before we even discuss this, let's zoom in on the man who has shaken the crypto space with his team's recent announcement. Who is Jack Dorsey, and what has he done in the crypto space? In the realm of social media, Twitter definitely is one of the most popular platforms out there. In the US alone, it had about 69.3 million active users as of 2021. One of the geniuses behind this massive social media platform is, you guessed it, Jack Dorsey. He co-founded Twitter in 2006, he was appointed their CEO in 2007, and he was fired as their CEO 2 years later. But then they realized that they could not live without him. He rejoined Twitter in 2011 as executive chairman with a focus on product development. By 2013, Twitter went public, which made Jack Dorsey a billionaire. By 2015, Jack Dorsey became Twitter's CEO once again, and by this time he had already established his second company, Square, which by the way he renamed as Block in 2021. Square, now Block Inc., as mentioned earlier, was founded by him in 2009. It's an American financial services and digital payments company. So what is now currently on Jack Dorsey's plate? Well, he announced that he would step down as CEO of Twitter in 2021, but he continues to lead Block Inc. up until this very day. And now, Web 5 is in progress. Truly exciting times. So what is Web 5? And how will this affect us investors? Well, don't you worry, we'll get to that. But first, let's take a look at what it threatens to kill. Web 3. So Web 3 or Web 3.0 refers to the next iteration of the internet. This promotes decentralized protocols and aims to limit or even reduce dependency of large technical companies like Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube. To fully understand what Web 3 or Web 3.0 is, let's zoom in on its predecessors. What came before was the first version of the internet, which was Web 1. Now, this started in the late 1990s and comprised of home pages and links. All you could really do with Web 1 was pretty much read things and just publish basic content. Enter Web 2. Now, others call Web 2 as the read-write version of the internet. Rather than just viewing files, you now also had the ability to open and edit files thanks to computer codes. Now, this allowed individuals to not only open and read files, but also to publish their own. Individuals now had the ability to post blogs on sites like Tumblr and partake in internet forums and marketplaces like Craigslist. And though we are pretty much extremely guilty of being ecstatic to consume Web 2's world of great free services, it's apparent that most of us have also grown tired of how huge tech companies have controlled our data and our content. Now, this is where Web 3 has entered the picture. Simply put, Web 3 is known as the read-write-own phase of the internet. Rather than just simply being users, users can now participate in the governance and operation of the protocols themselves. Individuals can now participate as shareholders. Well, in Web 3, these shares are called tokens or cryptocurrencies. Yep, these tokens or cryptocurrencies represent ownership of decentralized networks known as blockchains. Now, you have a say over the network if you hold enough of these tokens. Think of it this way. Anything can now be tokenized. A meme, a piece of art, even social media content or output. The gaming industry has also had benefits from Web 3. The gamers can now invest in the games that they play and vote on how things should be run. Web 3 hasn't been free of criticism though. The main criticism being Web 3's technology falls short of its ideals. This being the case because ownership of blockchain networks is not equally distributed, but concentrated in the hands of early adopters and venture capitalists. Jack Dorsey has aggressively been vocal about his disbelief in Web3, and he's been dismissing Web3 as nothing more than a venture capitalist VC enrichment scheme. He believes that Web3 will never really achieve true decentralization. Now, with this transparent beef that he's always had with Web3, he has just announced its alternative, which is Web5. At the CoinDesk's Consensus Festival in Austin, Jack Dorsey's Bitcoin-focused TBD business unit, a subsidiary of Block Inc., announced on Friday that it is building a new decentralized web called Web5. On June 11th, 2022, he tweeted, "This will likely be our most important contribution to the internet. Proud of the team, #Web5, RIP Web3 VCs." Essentially, Web5 is a decentralized web platform that allows developers to create decentralized web apps via DIDs and decentralized nodes according to TBD's prototype documents. It will have a monetary network centered around BTC, and this clearly mirrors Jack Dorsey's belief that one day BTC will become the internet's native currency. Web5 is still under open source development and does not have an official release date yet, and it's built on an idea that the current players of decentralized internet are doing things in the wrong way. Block Inc. lead Mike Brock explained that Web5, in addition to being better than Web3, would beat out incumbent models by abandoning their blockchain-centric approaches to a censorship-free, identity-focused web experience. Brock said, "This is really a conversation about what technologies are built to purpose. And I don't think that renting block space, in all cases, is a really good idea for decentralized applications." He further added, "I think what we're pushing forward with Web5, and I admit it's a provocative challenge to a lot of the assumptions about what it means to decentralize the internet, really actually is back to basics. We already have technologies that effectively decentralize. I mean, BitTorrent exists, Tor exists, etc. The monetary layer of Web5 will be built on the foundation of Bitcoin. Other technologies underpinning Web5 are borrowed a lot of areas of computer science and cryptography. Now, like Web3, Web5 will enable all of us users to interact with one another without intermediaries. Now, what this means is that there will be no threats from centralized service outages and government censors. Web5 will also aim to give users a decentralized identity. This is going to allow them to provide users the ability to move from one application to another application without having to explicitly log in. Instead of user data getting stored on third-party products and services, it will be controlled by users and will only be exposed with their permission. So these are just some of the advantages of what Web5 will be offering. What do you think about Jack Dorsey's persistent disbelief of Web3? What do you think about his and his team's alternative Web5? Do you think Jack Dorsey is right in saying RIP Web3? Well, let us know what you think below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this new development. Well, my friends, that is what is buzzing around in the crypto space at the moment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you go though, please make sure you go and check out this video above me. And don't forget to show some support and some love for our Crypto Knights community by subscribing to this channel, going to like this video, and please leave a comment below. Until the next video, it's your host, Matteo, saying goodbye for now. Take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.